Imagine frightening a poor defenseless old thing like me. Caw. Well, I may not be much good with fire, love, but I still enjoy the taste of tender, firm young meat.
Oh.
One blasted stick of wood left, curse that lad. 10,000 swords to forge, and the furnace is about as cold as my chances for promotion. I don't believe this. Real nice of that Weaver kid. Just wait until his turn comes. I'll be waiting for him on the outside.
Oh dear, that means trouble. If Elder Atropos saw his staff treated so, he'd have something to say about it. You could be sure of that. Careful now, old bird. Let's not singe the feathers.
Also der Zauber hat anscheinend nachgelassen und da kommt unser Stab durch die Tür durchgeschoben. Ja! Sesam. E. C. Ups. Verdammt. I messed up. Tja, das hat nicht funktioniert.
I guess that isn't a draft.
E. C. E. Und das D. Kommst du in das D? Das D. Ach komm schon. Das ist nicht dein Ernst. E, C. E. Und D. Dankeschön. Und die Tür öffnet sich. Das Stroh kann ich leider nicht mehr anwählen. Das hätte ich noch zu Gold verwandelt, um zumindest ein bisschen was von dem Schaden, den ich gerade verursacht habe, wieder gut zu machen. Oh Gott, der arme Junge ist wegen uns gestorben. Weil die Drachendame ihn für uns gehalten hat und ihn gefressen hat.
Not a stick left.
Also kein Stückchen Holz ist übrig. Was ist denn da unten? Mal schauen. Aha, da wird also ein Schwert geschmiedet. Kann ich mir das ansehen? Ich habe das Gefühl, ich sollte vielleicht mir das anhören, was sie da reden. Ja, so zum Beispiel.
The final blade is even now in the hands of our most skilled blade shaper, Your Excellency. How's it coming there, edgewise?
I'm just putting the edge on the last sword, sir.
Good to hear it. No slacking off now. Let's get it finished.
You share with me a historic moment, Foreman. The forging of the 10,000th sword marks the end of our preparations. How much longer must I wait?
The steel will ring out its final defeat, sir. Not much longer now.
Very good then. Carry on.
Also der will irgendwie dieses mega mächtige Schwert haben. Ich habe das Gefühl, das wollen wir nicht. Vielleicht sollten wir uns deren mal annehmen. Und wir haben ja einen Zauberspruch gelernt, mit dem wir etwas schärfen können. Aber vielleicht können wir es auch damit abstumpfen. Wir schweren das Schwert mal aus.
It's too noisy to spin any drop.
Ja, es ist zu laut dafür. Vielleicht kann ich irgendwie das Feuer... Nee, offenbar...
I probably shouldn't go back there dressed like this.
laut, um einen Zauberspruch zu wirken. Vielleicht reden wir noch was anderes.
Edgewise? Is that blade not ready yet? His Excellency is still waiting.
The metal is proud, sir. It does not yield easily to my blows.
More sweat will soften it, I trust.
It will be a blade to be reckoned with.
The Blade of Reckoning. It does have a certain apocalyptic ring to it. I trust I will not be kept waiting much longer.
Good metal rewards patience, exalted one.
And our client rewards quick service. Now pound!
Vielleicht muss ich den Moment nutzen, wo er es in der Luft hält.
It's about time he stopped.
Ach, komm schon. Hält das irgendwann einfach hoch oder muss ich auf irgendwas warten? Oder...
The final blade is even now in the hands of our most skilled blade shaper, Your Excellency.
Ich muss mich wahrscheinlich einfach
How's it
beeilen.
coming there, Edgewise?
I'm just putting the edge on the last sword, sir.
Good to hear it. No slacking off now. Let's get it finished.
You share with me a historic moment, Foreman. The forging of the 10,000th sword marks the end of our preparations. How much longer must I wait?
The steel will ring out its final defeat, sir. Not much longer now.
Very good then. Carry on.
Maybe I should stand a bit closer.
Gut, jetzt haben wir es abgestumpft.
What? What evil is this? A witch's curse has twisted the final blade.
A curse, Edgewise? I think not. It would take more than a mere witch's curse to ruin my plans. You there! Could it be that this little prank is of your doing? Yes?
Oh,
Well
oops.
then, I would be honored to have you as my guest at the cathedral. I know some other curses that may amuse you.
Ups. Tja, so schnell kann es gehen, ne? Jetzt wurden wir einfach mal so in die...
I'm getting really tired of this.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Bishop Mandible, trans-ultimate apostle of the anti-secular conclave of clerics.
I know. Am I expected to kneel?
Silence, you impudent punk.
This is my assistant, Cobb.
Charmed, I'm sure.
And you require no introduction. Your cloak and staff betray your origins. But I must say I'm surprised to find you here. It's been quite a long time since any weaver bothered to leave that dreary little rock you call home. Loom. So provincial. I can't help but wonder what impelled you to leave it now.
His Excellency asked you a question.
I know. I'm ignoring it.
Ah, recalcitrance. I see.
Shall I fetch the instruments of persuasion, Master?
Please forgive my assistant his eagerness. I fear Cobb is not very worldly. He does not understand the dangerous power of a weaver.
Dangerous? Your Reverence, him?
Quite dangerous indeed, my dear Cobb. In fact, he could burst this flimsy iron cage open with hardly a second thought.
That's impossible, most exalted one. I inspect the locks personally every fortnight.
Observe and learn then, for even now your prisoner plans his escape.
Irgendwie gefällt es mir nicht, dass sie da so rumstehen und darauf warten, dass ich hier ausbreche. Das erwarten sie.
Locked.
Also, mit dem Typen ist also nicht gut Kirschen essen. Er ist also ein böser Bischof und mag uns nicht.
You see, Cobb? An elusive breed, these weavers. Fortunately, however, they're quite helpless without their weaving sticks.
That distaff will never work for you.
Oh, no, my young friend, you're quite wrong about that. Come, let me show you why. Consider the common graveyard. There, the boundary between the living and the dead is indistinct.
Every graveyard's like that, so?
Now, imagine what might happen if this delicate boundary were to be somehow breached. Torn open, so to speak.
It's not that simple. You can't just rip the pattern apart like an old rag.
But it is that simple, my boy, and I can. I have only to lift this rod, and the legions of the dead will stream forth onto the plane of the living. A vast army of the dead, nourished by the shepherd's flocks, armed by the artisanship of the blacksmiths, guided by the glassmaker's spear. All under the spiritual leadership of one supreme commander, me! The final hour is now at hand. The age of the clerics is upon us. I have preparations to attend to, Cobb. Don't let this boy out of your sight. He is to touch nothing. Do you understand me?
Perfectly, Your Excellence.
Lord Mandible, ruler of the universe. I do like the sound of it. I'll have to change my station.
You're not so dangerous now then, are you?
Also, wir haben ein ziemliches Problem. Wir müssen den bösen Nekromanten aufhalten, der versucht, den sozusagen den Stoff des Lebens oder der Welt zu zerreißen, indem er die Toten wieder auferweckt. Und dazu hat er unseren Stab. Das heißt, wir können nicht viel machen. Ein Biest ist hier im Käfig.
She looks hungry. I think I'll stay out of her way.
Ja, sie sieht hungrig aus. Da ist eine Kugel.
Keep away from that. His Eminence said not to touch anything.
I wasn't gonna touch it. Just looking, Cobb. That's all.
Just looking, eh? Well then, perhaps we can do a bit of a trade. How about I let you look in the sphere
If what?
Well, the legends say that to gaze upon an uncloaked weaver brings death. Naturally, we clerics aren't given to such silly superstitions, but I'm curious. Let's answer this one once and for all, shall we?
May we have some quiet, please? I can't even begin to invoke the dead with all that screaming.
Well, he can't say he wasn't warned.
Gut, offenbar stimmen die Legenden ja wohl, dass wenn man einen Weber ohne seine Kapuze sieht, dass man einen furchtbaren Tod erleidet. Also unser Bobbin scheint nicht ganz so harmlos zu sein, wie er zu sein vorgibt. Wobei, er kann ja nichts dafür. Er hat ihn ja gewarnt.